The following program discusses sensitive issues related to addictive behavior. Parents are cautioned that some material may be too candid for younger children.
Welcome back. I really have enjoyed our time together. Martin Weber, you wrote a book and you talked about all this kind of stuff in your book, and I'm just grateful that you put it down. But I know that you have a story that you told about a funeral that you did at the Salvation Army, and so I'd like you to share that with us.
Sure. You know, the Salvation Army is there for people when they're hurting, and a fellow chaplain and I were involved with a number of other pastors in a daily ministry to homeless people, and one of them died prematurely, and we were having his funeral, and I was talking about how precious Scotty was. Suddenly, in the middle of hearing all this, somebody jumped up in the audience and said, Precious, he was nothing but a piece of
blankety blank blank.
Yeah, cat litter.
So he was angry.
Yeah. And disgusted that I would be talking about preciousness in relation to this guy whom he had roomed with. And so, or slept under a bridge with, actually. And so it was very disruptive to the service, if you can imagine. I had a summer intern there whose eyes were real big, you know, what do you do with this? I couldn't just ignore it. So I walked on down the middle row to where he was standing, and I said, praying all the while, I said, well, why would you say something like that about Scotty? He said, well, he was nothing but a drunken son of a...
Yeah.
And well, it was getting worse. I thought, dear Lord, this thing is getting out of hand. What now? Please make it a teaching moment. Just stop praying.
And you know, I like when you told me this earlier, it was like everybody around this guy was almost smiling at the fact that he was getting to the preacher.
Yes, getting to the preacher, putting me on the spot. It was amusing for them, even though it was a funeral. And so here he says, he's nothing but a, drunken. So then I asked him, I said, did the fact that Scotty had a drinking problem make him any less valuable to God? And all of a sudden, everybody was quiet because, they all did too. So this was about them suddenly. And
so thank you for that. So I really wanted to end with that, is that our addictions don't make us any less valuable to God. Our craziness, our hormonal imbalances, our biochemistry, we're out of whack, we have anger issues, we're fearful, all those kind of things. God says, you know what, you are so valuable to me. And I'm just asking you, and especially this season, is if you're going to maintain, if you're going to avoid relapse, if you're going to get out of addiction and into recovery, you have to start doing this maintenance thing and let the people around you, let God, let the Holy Spirit just show you who you are, how to heal from these things, the fears, like what Martin Weber was talking about, how to heal from those, but more than that, then how to step out and offer healing to someone else. And that's, I do that every day, and every single time I talk to another addict and I see the hope wake up in them, I see the fact that they get it, I heal a little bit more. So it's the way it works. It's huge, and it's the way God has always planned it, is that he says, I will teach you who you are, and then please stand up. Really get a hold of that, really let your life unfold like that, and then teach someone else. It's amazing. I'm so glad that you joined us today, and see you next time. Until then, always remember that God is crazy about you. Me too. God bless.